June 26th, Trumbull. 15 novice in the gate. There is a main.
Is going to be in for the win. Your drag is for number 2 now between Bashara and Sheehy. Sheehy takes 2. Bashara's got 3. Let's join number 2 now. Moto number 2. We got the 83T out there. That's old Monty Thomas. Free agent colors coming out of the tower turn. Thomas has got the lead. The number 2 slot being held down by the 15. That's going to be Johnny Mills. Number 3 is going to be held down by Jason Garnett. And Dexter Jansen back in the 4 slot. And that's how they're going to finish. Moto number 3, 15-year-old novice coming out of the turn, looking my way, the 24H of Jade Harrell, trying to sell a helmet up here, but on the track right now, he's got the lead. Well, Harrell just went down in the trips, and now we got Peter Bryant out in the lead. So Bryant's got the lead coming out of the tower turn. He's followed by Danny Plaskett. No, I'm sorry, Plaskett's in the backside. Danny, they got a wrong number down here for you. They got a 5'6", you're a 9'2". So the 5'6" is going to have to be Mike Yurch out there in number 3.
Okay, we're going to go to the second group.
We're going to put Richie Heidig in the 4 slot. Moto number 4, 15-year-old novice coming down the backstretch. Looks like Jason Ford out there with Mario Forgione running 1 and 2 right now. Back in the 3-4 slot, you're going to have the 14B or arm Eric Richards and the 2-0 Brian McGloin. That's the 2-0M. McGloin's back in town. Is that it? Jason Ford. Arizona trying to hunt down Baldwin right now, but he can't do it. He's trying to make it work on the outside, but that didn't do it for him. Now he's going to try to get it on the inside swimmer. As they pull it out of the final turn, Arizona and Baldwin. Baldwin loses it, goes right into Arizona. And the old ghetto wear out there of Mr. Benny Allman. Old Big Ben's going to have to take in the 1, I believe, on that one. And Rick Tartaglia has got it stoked on the 10-inch. Tartaglia just whipped out the big 10-inch and got it going.
Talk about elbows.
Man, where did that come from? Moto 3-3 coming our way right now. The 65 out there doing it's going to be Charles Weberly out of New York. Weberly's got the lead out of the turn now, bringing him home. Weberly's on top of this one. You got the 5. I can't tell what the 5 is, but let's see now. The Expedition colors might be Scotty Dykema out there. John Slater and John Carpenter out doing it. Right now, the Action Man's back in control of Moto 34. 34 down the backstretch now. Who's he got for competition? This is the 17 over X, the guy that didn't see before. Jackson brings him out of the tire turnout. Got Savage trying to hunt him down with Shaw back there at number 3 and Danko on the 4 slot. 99M is going to be Jeff Meyer back in number 5. Looks like Mike Maturi and Plaskett got it pulled together here on the tight turn. Maturi now brings him in for the next to the last, and the caboose position is going to go to Thunder Thighs out there. Mr. Quick's going to sit down and say, well, okay, this time I'll sit back for it. Thomas on for the 1 slot right now with Johnny Mills back there in number 2. The 3 slot being held down by Dexter Jansen.
Got a no-show here in this moto this time around.
Plaskett jumps out of this one, takes a push for the hill, but it's going to be the 24H of Jade Harrell out on top. Harrell now goes out on top. Plaskett starts to get lost in the slipstream back there. Looks like he's going to drop back to the 3 slot, and right after Harrell, you got Peter Bryant trying to pull him in. Harrell trying to open up that lead, and Bryant trying to get after him.
His first night in his class. He just had a birthday yesterday. Bumped him up a whole group.
Tower turn still finds Harrell on top of this one.
Hang on, Dan. Hold him off.
Number 2 is going to be still Mr. Brand trying to do it. Still got some more track. Here comes Brand. Puts the pedals together. Pete says this one's mine. Puts Harrell back to 2. Got Plaskett back on 3. And Yurch settles for the 4. Some justice because the 5-0T is cooking. The doctor, the old doctor's out on top. The BMX consultant for the weekend out on top of this one with Baldwin back there for number 2. Ghetto Wear trying to make the move on the 3 slot, but that's not going to work. 3 slot's going to belong to Billy Amersano. Amersano. When you get a chance, Billy, help me out with that one. Oh, forget about it. The 17A. The 90B, that's the 90D. It's free agent colors, and that is Scotty Dykema out there. Now let's see. Roger, you say Dykema?
Dykema.
No, it is Dykema, huh? I say Dykema. You've already swayed me over on this one. Dykema's on top of this one. Number 2 slot's going to be Charlie.
Sorry, Scott, but you're out in front all the way.
Almost loses it, but maintains it on there. Keeps him up on the wheels, going to settle for the number 2 slot. Free agent colors are going to take the win on that one. You got Johnny Slater and John Carpenter back there. Carpenter out of Massachusetts. 17 over X Plaskett is on the cranks this time, kept him up, and is going to have Savage after him, but Shaw trying to hunt him down too. I don't see the Savage man anywhere out there. Yes, he's a number 2. I don't see the action man. That's who I'm looking for. He's not there. So Plaskett's going to take it with Savage in for 2. Looks like Shaw's trying to hold off Denko.
Oh, I remember that move well.
Back there trying to keep the rest of the heat back. Materi and Meyer back there holding back the caboose position.
Time to go to school. A 15 novice, third time around. Looks like we got our 5th rider back again. No, we don't. These guys are all going to a main. Come on, Danny, go get him now.
Looks like they're going to finish that way. Let's go to moto number 3 back there. 15-year-old novice. Who's that? Oh, he almost lost him over the top. Looks like it might be Brandt out there. Peter Bryant out there doing it. Bryant's on the 1 slot right now, being followed by Jade Harrell back there with the 2-4H.
You're gaining.
5-6.
Danny coughing as he goes by.
And the birthday boy, Diamond Danny Plaskett, back on the 4 slot. GT Colors on fire now. Moto number 4 reaching the wall. Ford trying to chase down Ford Gion. Ford Gion with a massive shot.
It's okay, we're going to a main anyway. Let's pick up the second group here.
Move on the inside, but Ford Gion's not going to let it happen. Coming down the inside, Richards trying to get by Ford now. Maybe he'll do just that. Looks like Ford Gion's got him cooking to the trips right now, starting to open that lead up. Ford now's got his hands full because here comes Richards on the inside. Richards goes by Ford now for the 3 slot, and it looks like the 2-0 of Brian McGloin wants a little piece of the action himself. McGloin's trying to reel in Ford right now, but Ford says, I'm going to stay back in the 3 slot. Wynn's going to go to GT Colors and Mario Ford Gion. Benny Allen back there for number 3 right now.
17 novice, 3rd time.
Back on a 4 slot. Out of the turn, though,
I am getting some kind of an indication here, and I don't know what that is. Hope it's not my battery.
Looks like Henry's going to set up for the 2 slot. Big Benny Allen's going to set up
not my battery.
And Tartaglia, the doctor, is going to be there for number 4.
This camera is liable to shut down on me any time here.
Scotty Dykema out on top of this one now. Free agent colors flying high out of the flat turn. Moto 3-3 coming your way. These are your 17 and over novice doing it right now.
Okay, gonna switch to 17 and over X. Hang on camera.
Weberly out of New York for number 2. So while you have Weberly back at the 2 slot, the 3 slots will be held by Johnny Slater. And number 4, old John Carpenter.
Curtis is back this time.
He's going to hang back to the profile crowd. Here come your 17 over experts, and it's Jackson out there doing it this time. Jackson is got it stoked. Jackson brings them out. Savage, I want to get another one this time. I got by Plaskett last time. Let's see if I can get by the action man. Now, meanwhile, you got Plaskett back there on the 3 slot, and the 4 slot's going to belong to New York's Marcus Danko. Back on the 5 slot, looks like Myers got control of that one, and back on the caboose, Materi is going to hang back.
There's the Savage swoop.
We'll do it another time. Savage made the move by Jackson. Jackson might have got him at the line. I don't know. Savage making that shirt and Jason Ford.
That is a battery indication I'm getting, so let's hope it hangs on.
But they roll down the blacktop jungle.
This battery is not going to hang in there. I know it.
Got the outside. Ford Gion sucks back into the wake, and looks like it's going to be Ford now settling in the 2 slot. Let's see who's on top of this thing coming out of the turn. We'll check him out when they come around and see a plate out there. I can't tell who it is yet, but he's on fire. Look at the move on the inside by the 24H of Harrell. Harrell just slid right up into the 2 slot. Out of the tight turn, though, it's going to be the 03B.
Hang in there, Dan. Keep going.
Brian's got it going right now. He's cooking big time. Brian is flying. Harrell's in there for number 2. Yurts is back into the 3 slot. Ford Gion back in 4. Ford back in 5, Diamond Danny Plaskett, the birthday boy, back in number 6, and the 7's got Richards. Looks like the win is going to go to Peter Bryan.
Okay, good try.
Tartaglia and the Trumbull track crew,
we are out of here.
Like to thank you very much for coming down tonight, and wish you a good trip to your next destination. We'll see you on Saturday at Bethel Supercross. Sunday.
June 11th, Bethel. Double pointer. Extremely loose track. Pretty good crowd. We have 41 motos. Real threat of rain right now. Let me try that again. Real threat of rain right now. Very much looking forward to hearing the announcer down here today. We heard he's a pretty cool dude. Have to check him out.
Okay, we're gonna get going here. 1 through 15, staging. Pleased to seeing you relax, and it looks good. You deserve it. You're motivated, right? We'll put into the test tomorrow down at Silver City. Remember, 2 races tomorrow, starting at 11:30, I guess, gate practice. First gate at 1 o'clock. DDR colors. Mike Savage out in front, Maynard White second first, Maynard White second. Listen up. Marcus Santo hanging on to the third spot. Total 4 seconds with 17 over it. Not as combined. We got Midnight, Classic, and Johnson. 1, 2, 3. It's Midnight and Johnson right now. Johnson takes over 2 Classic. Classic going to try to take it away, but he can't do it right now, and it's Midnight. Johnson, Classic. Cunningham. You on the caboose. Trying to find a way around. Gets a lot of air. May do it now. Midnight's in 1. There goes Classic. Takes over the second spot. Puts Tommy Johnson back to third. Jimmy Cunningham in 4th. And Wayne Nadeau hangs on to 5th. Tommy Johnson cannot pull it off and hangs on to the 3rd spot. We go to moto number 5. 9, 11, 12, 13. Moto. Riders ready. Joe Doherty, Mike Savage, Pitchdoff, John Kovacs, Randy Raymond, Jimmy Cunningham, and Marcus Danko. That's got to be smoking, Joe Doherty. Doherty is second. Right? Doherty. Pitchdoff hangs on to number 3. Doherty trying to get around Savage. That's where this race is going to be. It's Savage and Doherty. Savage checks the rear view seat, goes all over him. Go back to down. Anything left at the end? Let's see. Savage, Doherty, Pitchdoff, followed by Marcus. Come on, Vinny! Coming out of tower first. One more time. Andrew and Valenti. Vinny. They're on the top end. Can't do it yet. Riders ready. Andrew, Valenti. Jonathan Gall, third spot. Gates down to moto 30, 15 Navas, 4, Sergio and Barber, Claire, Bissett, and Danny Plaskett. Somebody put the pedal out there. That was Sergio and put the pedal, but it's going to hang on to number 1 right now. Big time. Come on! Big swoop by David Barr. David Barr trying to take it away from Forgione. Barr and Forgione. Forgione still hanging on. David Barr goes real high, flips the pedal. That might do it for him. Mary Wu, big time bail out there. We lose everybody. We lose everybody on that one. Okay, Forgione takes it home. Moto 31, 15X coming out of Tower Turn. We got the old Justin Murphy. Johnson hangs on to the caboose right now. Moto 3, 17 and over. Big guys. This time, Todd Beaton, Pitchdoff, Mike Savage, Marcus Stanko, Benton, Tisdale, Maynard, White, Randy, Raymond, and Mark Lincoln. One more time, we got the Savage man out front. Here's White Lightning right behind him. Maynard, White, Mark Lincoln in third. Mike Savage, White, and Lincoln right now. 1, 2, 3, first, second.
Hold up! Hold!
Somebody over there, I'm not sure.
Good thing we're here, huh?
Yeah. I got a third in my bottle.
Lost one rider over there.
I got forced up so high and had burned.
They swooped down below you?
Well, I was on the outside. I hit gate 1. And I got out in front and I wanted to cut over, but I couldn't. And two guys got past me, but I had to go away from coming out the hole.
I might have given that second spot to Maynard White.
Nice.
Maynard White is up. Let's give him a big hand. We got Mr. Klein and maybe on the tail. Midnight is class day. Tommy Johnson, 1, 2, and 3. Jimmy Cunningham looking to get around Johnson. Can't do it yet. Midnight is Mr. Super class. Red class dead. Tommy Johnson, 1, 2, and 3, and that's how they're going to finish this time around. That's how they're going to finish. Moto 5, 9, 11, 12, 13, cruiser combined. Brian Changeover, Chris Rich, Eric Gould, Steady, Eddie Holder, Andy Gabor, and third. We've got Greg Williams, Todd Hassler, and Andy Allen.
Riders ready.
They are spread out so far. We're going to go for Look at the whole shot by Sidney Shaw. Sidney Shaw and Savage right now. We got Jordy way back in the third spot. That's unusual. We got Don Kovac, Randy Raymond, Jimmy Cunningham, and Marcus Stanko back there somewhere. Sid Shaw, Mike Savage, Joe Jordy, all over Savage, looking to get around him. Back in the fourth spot out of New York, we got Stanko. Here comes Savage trying to put a move on Shaw. Shaw is on this top spot. Sidney Shaw is going to hang on all the way. Here comes Savage trying to put the Savage swoop on him. Seen it many times, and there it is once more. Mike Savage, Sid Shaw, Joe Doherty, Jimmy Cunningham takes number 3. And Gall and Valenti have hangs on, puts Valenti back at number 2.
Get away with this camera.
Owen Harris, 3. Last kid looking strong, hanging on the third, trying to come up, can't do it, has to back it down. May cost him 2 positions out there. But out in front, 003, that's got to be Mario Forgione. Find those GT colors. Forgione. He was one rider over the front. Forgione and Omar Pichette. Look at those stamps on that Pichette guy. We got Pichette in second. Forgione in first. That's got to be Jason Ford in second, Plaskett in fourth. Ford in third, Plaskett in fourth. But look at Pichette trying to put a move on Forgione, and he does. Pichette pulls it off, puts Mario Forgione back in second. Jason Ford got third, Plaskett in fourth. The ladies out front.
Keep it going, Mike. Keep it going.
Murphy and Smith, 1, 2, and 3. Murphy ain't got to do it. Here comes Smith. Smith trying to get him on the outside. Murphy and Smith. Murphy down low. Smith is going to go up high. And Smith is going to do it on the high side. The lady takes the home with it. Smith on number 2 spot for Murphy back in number 1. Over next to a combined Beating Darrin, Savage, Stanko, Tisdale, White, Raymond, and Mark Lincoln. Look at this Lincoln guy out in front. It's Lincoln and Savage. Mike Savage and Lincoln all over him. Mark Lincoln is back. Lincoln, we got Tisdale hanging on the 3, but Mike Savage, Mark Lincoln, and Tisdale. Lincoln has Tisdale.
Didn't do it
What
again.
did they do? And
Didn't
Jimmy
start.
Cunningham, one more time, it's Midnight, Plaskett, and Johnson. Wayne Day, was in fourth this time, but Jimmy Cunningham back to 5th. Midnight wheelies over the doubles. Plaskett right on him. It's Midnight Plaskett. They do trying to put a move on Johnson for the third spot. Can he do it? Doesn't look it right now. TJ holds him off. But here comes Nadu. Nadu trying to grab number 3. Can't do it. Last thing almost gets bitten on. Sells for number 2. And that's how they go home. Motor is just tied to position with Greg Williams, Todd Astor all over his face. Todd Astor, get the wheel down low. Astor, yes, they couldn't line go in, but Williams got a lot of legs. It's Astor and the inside. Williams wearing that blue shirt. Has the move going in, good line going in. Takes it low, Todd tries to move with no momentum there.
Listen up.
Greg Williams brings it.
Riders ready.
But he had to work for it. Marcus Ankle out of New York City. One more time, it's the Savage guy out in front. Here's Sid Shaw in second with Joe Doherty all over his stage. Sid Shaw, Doherty trying to get by him for number 2. Mike Savage pretty comfortable in the top spot. Everybody's clean down the drop off. We got Shaw. Here comes Doherty trying to put his move. Little contact out there. Drags it to the finish line. Shaw is going to hold off Doherty for number 2. Doherty in 3. Danko is 4. One more time. Andrew and Valenti. We got Shaw in 3rd. Shaw in 3rd. Then Carlos in 4th. Andrew and Valenti right now.
Supposed to be getting his picture.
Huh?
Oh, your son's up, okay.
Yeah.
92p, right?
You got it.
I knew it.
I'm gonna blow this thing out here.
Why?
I'm not very good at this.
Riders ready.
Omar Paget goes down. He's up though. Mario Forgione is out in front, sitting pretty good. We got Forgione, Jason Ford, and Danny Plaskett, 1, 2, and 3. Mario Forgione, here comes Jason Ford making up the ground. Plaskett got problems all over his rear wheel. Can he hang on to number 3? That's a big question. Mario Forgione and Jason Ford right now. Forgione, Ford, Danny Plaskett. Plaskett tries to shut the door. Let's see if he's got some leg power to hang on to number 3, and it looks like he's going to make it. But Mario Forgione going to hang on to number 1. We'll get racing. Sid Shaw, Mike Savage, Bob Tisdale, Austin Manager, Mark Lincoln, Greg Williams,
Let's go.
and Randy United. Good luck, guys.
Listen up. Listen up. Riders ready. Watch the gate.
Here comes Savage, puts the Savage group on him. Plaskett drops back to 4. We got
Go, Randy, go!
Yeah, that's Sid Shaw in 3rd. Okay, Midnight is Savage, Shaw Plaskett. Cunningham, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Randy, Midnight is way out in front. We lose 1 rider. Midnight is gonna hold off Mike Savage. Midnight is Savage, Shaw Plaskett, Tommy Johnson, Danko, Jim Cunningham. I'm sorry, that was Ben Tisdale.
Yeah. Good, Bill. Look good out there.
Listen up.
I saw Jesse
Hey,
crying.
awesome job. You pulled him out of the gate all the way home.
Crying.
Unbelievable.
Listen up. Riders ready.
Sylvia, pull on away. We got Dallas hanging on to number 2, but maybe not for long, because coming up we got the 58. Who is the 58? That's Price. That's Price. Bozak caught up in traffic. Price is on number 2. We got Sylvia. Price. Here comes Bozak trying to take over number 2. Looks like he will do it. Bozak maybe going to try to move into 2nd place. Let's see what happens. Flies out. We lose Price and gives it to Bozak, but Bozak's got no momentum. Sylvia takes it home in 1st. Adam Price in 2nd. Billy Bozak in 3rd. Jack Ball back to number 3. Down and Blythe in 4. And Sylvia running away one more time. Gotta try to put it over. time bail. Danny Plasket's pulling away right now. It's Plasket. McLaurin, 1 and 2. Mr. Blair is up. We'll give him the third spot, but Danny Plasket's going to bring it home first time around. Moto 19, 28, 33, 16 to 17 cruises. Not after. Steve. Trying to get the point, man. Back then, Plasket out, followed by Brian Blair, Brian McLaurin. I think I got that to the spot. Danny Plasket building up a little bit of a lead out there, but in the number 2 spot, Brian Blair is number 2. We got Mr. McLaurin back at 3. Plasket, Blair,
Go, Danny. Don't
and
stop.
McLaurin. 1, 2,
Go.
and 3. Plasket looks in the rear view and better not do that. You better get on the pedals because here comes Blair. Blair is trying to get Plasket a big problem. Diamond Man's going to hang on now. We'll put Blair back at 2.
Way up
Going
high.
to 3.
Look at him.
Flicker coming out of tower turn. Guys get right on it. Right looking again, boys. Like that guy there. Now it's second right now. We're going to two-man race. Ryan's ready. Good move there on the end. Motorway team coming in at 15 novice. One more time. Diamond Man, Dan Plasket in first. We got McGoin and Blair side by side in second. McGoin right now hangs on to number 2. But Dan Plasket still out in front by about 1 bicycle. McGoin right on him. Gaining on him, matter of fact. And here comes Blair. Spread out pretty good though. Plasket, McGoin, Blair.
Go, Danny.
Let's see if McGoin can put a move on DJ out there right now. He may have something left. Danny Plasket, way
Come on,
getting
Danny.
heavy, but he hangs on. It's Plasket.
Got it.
McGoin and Blair. 1, 2, and 3.
1st of July, 1990, Meriden. Pretty good crowd. Sunday makeup day, 30 motos. Also, short version of the national anthem. How did they do that?
Week number 8. Get ready to get underway.
Doherty, Heckler, and Milady.
Number 4 in the gates, 1820 cruiser compliant class, bursts out right now. You got Doherty and Heckler out there jumping at it with Milady back there settling back for number 3. Milady's going to kick back off the gas and let the boys go at it right now. Out on the front, going through the gap, your Wilk Rider out on front of this thing. The Fox has got it tuned up nicely, getting down to the drop-off. Mark Heckler brings it out of that turn, heads for the S's. Joe Doherty back there. Sporting his girlfriend today, got her out of the track, getting used to the clay. Got to find out later whether she liked it or not, but we'll find that out. But coming to the wire, it's going to be Mark Heckler in for the win, and Joe Doherty in for number 2. And Ralph Milady back there for the 3 slot. 2 slot, Stevie Blondin back up, back to collector number 3 slot. 17 and over novice coming down the hill right now. Looks like it's going to be beaten on the inside. It looks like McLaughlin's on the inside trying to do it. But it looks like Todd Beaton's going to pull this one out. Now, Roger, what do you call this guy out of Thunder Alley? Is that the wild thing out there? Wild thing, Todd Beaton got it stoked right now. Takes the outside line, but look at the move in there by the 8-6 of Mr. Knowles Richards. Richards just blew on by McLaughlin as McLaughlin put the move on Beaton. Richards put the move on both of them to take the lead out there, so it's going to be Richards in for the win, McLaughlin in for 2. Beaton drops back to 4, and the machine gun, McEntee takes number 3. Here comes moto number 16 down the hill. Your 17 over X-Class on fire. Looks like it's going to be, no, it was Heckler, but no, looks like the inside move. Look at Plaskett move to the inside, trying to get on by him. Harrow colors out on top. The slingster out there, Mark Lincoln, just dropped back to number 2 as Plaskett blew on by him. Heading for the S right now, it's DDR colors out there. Greg Plaskett on top. Right behind him out of turn number 3. They get it working now. Looks like it's going to be Plaskett in for the win. The 2 is going to belong to Mark Lincoln.
Some kind of comeback.
Olson's going to go in for the 4, and John Chris will go to moto
Okay,
number
Joe, this is for you.
Moto number 20, that's moto number... What's 20 in Spanish? Vente? 2-0. Underway. Down they come the hill. Hitting the clay. It's going to be Vicky Q out there riding with Joanne Kidd. Now, Joanne Kidd, I know that is Joe Doherty's girlfriend because she's riding the DDR colors. And she, of course, she learned from Joe Doherty how to hang your goggles onto your handlebars, because that's cool. Joe is teaching her all the cool things along to go with BMX. Out of the turn now, looks like it's going to be the more experienced, the veteran, Vicky Quietly-Rolly on the lead. We would like to welcome Joanne Kidd to Silver City's BMX Racing. Joanne, how's it going so far out there? It's pretty good. She can do two things. She can ride, she can race this thing, and she can talk and smile. That's three things at once. She's doing a great job. How about a hand for Joanne Kidd bringing it across the wire? Yeah, way you go, way to go. Let's not get into her job now, right now.
Second, I don't know how you drew this duty, but you got to race Guytech and Sylvia. That ought to be excitement.
Trying to make the inside work for him. Gall's trying to cut
Definitely a mixed class.
Does just that. Vinny can't get by him. It's going to be Gall in for the win.
Here we go. Go get him, Dan.
Johnny Collinarius in for number 3, and Kevin Cargill in for the 4 slot. 15-year-old novice up on the hill. It's moto number 29 getting ready to come down the mountain right now. Well, McLaughlin lets him go, and who's got the jump? Looks like it's the number 19 out there of Matt Sylvia. Yes, that's him with Guytech in hot pursuit. You got Guytech and Sylvia 1 and 2 out there. The 3 rider is a 003 of Mario Forgione. And you're going to have D.D. Plaskett and Andrew Farber back trying to find out the caboose position. On top of things, Book rider Matt Sylvia's got things well controlled. The Z-Man's got number 2 trying to find the formula to get by him, but it's not going to work on this moto. You got Matt Sylvia bringing it to the line, going in for the win. Guytech's going to settle for the 2 slot. Hanging on to number 3 is going to be Mario Forgione, and Farber and Plaskett trying to battle for number 4 and 5. Looks like the old D.D. did the win on the 4 slot. Now we join moto number 1 this day again. Chris Witkowski is still trying to get his cruiser legs together out there on the Elf, trying to do it. Witkowski out there back.
Tough duty, Dan.
Getting the sun out there. Where's Jimbo? Back in the shade. Yeah. Here comes Doherty and Heckler going at it one more time with Mullady saying, just get out of my way. Just get out there and battle, you youngsters, and leave me out of this thing, right? Ralph says there's no reason to get up about this thing. I'm just going to get back and get my points. Look at Doherty trying to get on the inside of Heckler. The Fox, though, blasts out, and it's still going to be Heckler on top. Now, the last turn's coming our way. Let's see who gets the line on the inside. Inside's going to be Doherty. Heckler tries to close the door. Does just that. It's going to be Heckler in for the win. Doherty settled in for number 2, and Ralph Mullady back for
novice.
Let's go to moto number 15 right now. 17 and over novice coming down the blacktop jungle. Who hits it first? The 22B of Todd Beaton. Now, Beaton had it last time for a while, but Beaton ended up at number 4. Let's see what happens this time. Coming down the backstretch, here comes Knowles Richards putting it together. Now, Beaton puts him to the outside, and Richards can't make it work. But Richards just does a zigzag back there, gets on the inside now, and gets by Beaton. So Noel Richards now brings it out of the last turn, heading for home. It's going to be Richards. Looks like it's going to be Beaton in for 2, and it's a drag race between McEntee and McLaughlin for the 3 and 4 slot. Moto 16, 17 and over expert, and looking like he wants it. Yes, that is Mark Lincoln out on top of this one. They work it out at turn number 1, and Lincoln's got the jump with Heckler back there in the number 2 slot. Johnny Cursilli trying to hold off Plaskett for number 3. Back from number 5 is going to be Dusty Dunn back there holding the heat and taking the gas off. But looks like it's going to be Harrow Colors out on top of this one. Out of the last turn, heading for home. Looks like it's going to be Mark Lincoln going in. Here comes Plaskett after Heckler. Can he chase him down? He just might have got him at the line. And the number 4 slot's going to go to John Cursilli, and the 5 belongs to Donnie Olson. Be in for the win, and Giolo in for number 2. Vicky Quietly-Rolly out there riding with Joe Doherty's girlfriend. Joanne Kidd out there in the number 2 slot. She's got the goggles on this time because the goggles have the Jafra. And while Joe said it's cool to have your goggles dangled, you gotta have your Jafra on in order to race, MBL says. So Vicky Quagley-Rody still got the lead out there, bringing around the last half of the track, but look at Joanne Kidd. Joanne Kidd looks like she's been racing for quite a while out there, her first time around. What do you think, Joe? Looks pretty good, don't you say? You've been giving her some pointers on your track around the house? No, huh? Pure talent? It's okay, you can cheer. Go ahead, Joe. I'm trying to hold it back. Vicky Quagley-Rody in for the number 1 slot. Joanne Kidd out of Simsbury in for number 2. Down come the little 7-year-old novice. Here they go, hitting the clay. It's going to be Gibbons on top of this leader coming to the pipe. It's
Second time around, 15 novice, 14X. Big time mismatch.
John Colinarius in for number 3. Kevin Cargo back there for number 4. Let's watch the 15-year-old novice combined class go at it. You got some 14-year-old experts in there. You got Guytech trying to apply some heat to the slickster on the outside, trying to find some pedals. You got Sylvia out there for Wilk Racing doing it. Guytech trying to find the formula, trying to put it together. Well, that line's not going to work. Sylvia still got the number 1 roost now going into the S's. Back there, number 3, Mario Forgione has got the 3 slot down, and the battle between Farber and Plaskett for the caboose still continues. Going home, though, with a little speed jump ride in action is going to be Sylvia in for the win. Guytech and Forgione 2 and 3, and here comes Plaskett and Farber. I believe Andrew got him at the line. Oh, Didi's going to have to settle for the caboose this time around. Now, motor number 4 is comprised of 18 to 20 cruiser class. Now, you'll find Mark Heckler up there doing battle with Joe Doherty today. Now, you'll find that Ralph Millay doesn't really care because they're faster. Down the hill, motor number 4 on fire. Look at Heckler out there trying to do it. Let Doherty trying to blow his doors in. Well, Doherty can't get a hold of him now, and Heckler's got him going. Out of the turn, Heckler's still jumping it for Wilk Racing, and Doherty's got the DDR colors going after him. Malay's back there, and Malay says, I'm getting the action too. I'm going to pedal and get going. Out of the S's, Heckler's still doing it. Doherty says, I want to get by him. Let me get by him just one more time. This is the last chance I got for this race now, and let me do it. Outside pressure, Doherty trying to put the pedals together. National 1-3, trying to reel in the number 7, but it ain't going to happen. Heckler in for the win, and Joe Doherty settled for number 2. Now the lady back here is going to settle for the 3 slot.
And over novice, 3rd time around.
2, and we got Richard Rothstein back up on the pedals, going to settle in for the 3 slot. KO, how you doing? No, I just put them all to sleep. They're all just sitting out there in the sun and the shade, and they're asleep. Now, if I'm quiet, listen. You can hear a pin drop. You know what I mean? I just put them to sleep. Boom! Look at Richards make a move on the inside of McLaughlin. McLaughlin just slipped back to number 2. Knowles Richards out there just blew on by McLaughlin before they set up for the S's, and out of the turn, looks like Knowles Richards is going to go in for the win. McLaughlin's going to go in for number 2. The machine gun's going to settle for number 3. And wow, thing is going to go back for the number 4 slot. Yes, KO, what do you have here? Oh, team finishes. We'll get to that in a minute. 17 over experts coming down the mountain. Look at Plaskett, get it pushed, but the inside move by the Harrow boy out there. The Marine. Mark Lincoln is at number 2. Now, here comes the 1-9, and that's the Fox out of Wilk Racing trying to do it. But on top of it, Greg Plaskett. Now, look at this move coming on the inside. Look at, slides in there just like the black of the night. It's Mark Lincoln. Lincoln now just gets a super foot back on him by Plaskett, and Mr. Quick is dominating out of the final turn. Coming to home, sliding in is going to be Plaskett for the win. Lincoln in for number 2. Heckler's back to for number 3. Johnny Crusilli back for number 4, and then number 5 is going to go to Don Olson. 14-year-old novice now. It's the other Rothstein boy. Can he keep up? Yes, he can. And 2 got the Skyway out there pedaling. Good. Down the mountain, it's Big Q out there on fire, and Joe Doherty's girl, Joanne Kidd. The Kid out there got the DDR colors going. Joanne looking good for her first debut here out of Simsbury. Joanne looking real good. Vicky Q starting to become a veteran in her own right out there. Moto 2-0, heading down the drop-off, 16 and over girls. Vicky Q out on top of this baby. Connecticut number 3 on top, out of Stafford. Quagliaroli, the elder member of the Quagliaroli racing crew. Ray Serapillo. How you doing, Raymond? Good to see you. Quagley and Kidd, 1 and 2. 7-year-old novice gate comes down. Gibbons got the jump, and here comes the 0-3. Bad boys, it's going to be number 1, Steve Lady, and 0-1, Jeff Vogel, 1 and 2, with Johnny Martin back on the 3. Moto 24, 9-year-old novice going to be who? It's going to be Gibbons back there. That's Jesse Gibbons doing it. Jesse Gibbons, and look at, got Loho D'Addario, the double quad D of Brian D'Addario back there in number 2. And look at Guy Trezzy trying to make a move on the outside. Now Trezzy's got the heat on the back quarter, trying to rub tires, and they both kiss the dirt before they hit the jump. The I don't know doesn't get past Trezzy and D'Addario, and meanwhile Jesse Gibbons just starts to open up that lead to about a country mile and getting ready to come to the pike. It looks like it's going to be all.
Didn't put him to the test that time.
For the win.
No, but he still swung it high here.
Harvest would be all set. Gates down. Gaite goes way up in the air, loses it. Sylvia's got a big jump out there. Forgione's got the 2 slot. Forgione slides back to number 3 right now with D.D. Plaskett on the 4 slot and Andrew Farber back there for number 5. Right now, a half-mile out, looks like Sylvia's got the jump and the pump, no problem. Okay. Number 2 now got Zach Gaite, the zapper, trying to find a line through the middle of the berm. Not going to hold it down any. I like that helmet, by the way. That looks nice out there. Look at that a little bit closer after this run. Sylvia comes out right now. Wilk Racing's Matt Sylvia goes in for the win. Zach Gaite in for number 2. Forgione goes in for number 3. And Plaskett and Farber in there for 4 and 5. That's out there.
Okay, still July 1st. Second race. Doubleheader today.
Silver City, Shannon McGonigal. That means that Silver City probably won't run that day. Is that right? Your Eminence?
Okay, Mr. Doherty. We'll tape Joanne one more time for you.
You're going to run the double point race. Is 21st a Saturday? Someone help me out.
Actually, we'll do this for Joanne. The heck we do, Joe.
Now, you see, if Bruce Hood was up in the gate, he would know the day, the time, everything. He'd have it all put together. Now, you see, this is what I want to point out to you. While Joe Doherty can't find it in his way to race, his girlfriend is out there doing her deal. And right now, it looks like Joanne Kidd is pulling the weight of this Kidd-Doherty duo. You know what I mean? Vicky Quagley rolling out there on top. Joanne is in for number 2, and Kim Jarvie, the pizza girl, my buddy out of Trumbull, is back there in number 3. But here comes Jarvie after Kidd trying to do it up now. Here comes the push to the line. You got Quagley rolling in for the win, and Jarvie just falls short. And Rothstein, Blondin, and Donlin, 1, 2, and 3. Moto 19, 17 and over combined novice. Look at Williams get a little airtime fly right on by the wild thing. It's Williams in the backstretch and Beaton in for number 2. Here comes Noel Richards trying to get it going right now to get by Beaton. And the machine gun's back there unloading his flip. Here comes Shane now inside and move on Beaton. Beaton gives it the go. He says no, cuts back on the gas. Todd sits back and coasts back this one. Out of the turn, no, it belongs all to Greg Williams. Williams going to bring it home. Richards in for number 2. Shane McEntee in for number 3. Wow, dude. Back there on the 4 slot. 17 over X, moto number 20, and looking like he wants it. It's going to be inside move by Mark Lincoln. Lincoln riding the Haro colors right now in the backstretch. Got the lead going with Plaskett right on his back door. Look at Greg trying to get a move on the outside, but it ain't going to work for him because Slinky knows how to hold that line down. Out of the turn, trying to flip-flop, and Plaskett still can't get it by him. You got Grisilli back there in number 3, and Dusty Don Olson back in the 4 slot. Coming out of home, heading your way to the scores. Lincoln doesn't know which side he's going to go on, trying to hold back the heat. It's going to be Lincoln, and it's going to be Plaskett in for 2, Grisilli, and Olson 3 and 4. 4 in with the
combined class one more time for poor Dan. 14X, 15 novice, and guess who the experts are?
Right behind him,
Sylvia and Gaite.
Andrew Farber, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Out of turn number 1, now hooking it out is going to be Matt Sylvia, bringing him down through the gap. The Z-Man, the zapper back there, Zach Gaite, trying to get the formula together. Still doesn't have it wired in that well. Back there, the number 2 slot, and getting some distance back there in the 3 and 4. It's going to be another battle, a classic battle for the caboose position between Farber and D.D. Plaskett. But now your leader coming back toward the pipe. Split Images, Wilk Racing Rider. It's going to be Mr. Matt Sylvia in for the win. Zach Gaite in for number 2. Farber gets by D.D. Plaskett for the 3 slot, and Plaskett settles for the beat on the Trumbull track. Amanda Connie just had a birthday a couple weeks ago. Amanda did. just turned 7. Come on, Joe, what are you going to say? Go, go, go? Sure. Vicky Q on top of this one, moto number 8, 16 and over girls combined class. Vicky Quagley-Rowley out on top. Now, number 2 is Joanne Kidd, and I must say, Joanne Kidd just got swooped by Kim Jarvie out of Trumbull. Jarvie on the 2 slot. You see, Joanne Kidd was thinking too much, was thinking about how come she has to ride and Joe doesn't. And it's getting on her mind right now, and that just caused her to slide from 2 to 3. Joe, I hope you're happy about that. You just cost her a whole position. The Moon Man doing the walk forwards, up on the step up over the table, jumping down into turn 1, clearly out on 2. Blondin's going to have to settle for the 3 slot. Moto number 19 down the hill, wild thing on the outside, Nolan Richards on the inside, and here comes Williams trying to reel it in also. Looks like it's going to be Todd Beaton, though, putting them together with the mags. Here comes Williams on the inside and Richards on the outside. Swoom! I fly him, and there it goes. Wild thing back in number 3. Now, Williams almost loses it. Beaton does. Well, Williams is back there in number 1, and Richards is trying to hunt down Williams. You got McEntee back in the 3 slot, and you got Mr. Beaton down in the turn. Out of the last
Good effort, Todd.
Here comes your drag race. Looks like it's going to be Williams and Richards, and Williams has got the win. Richards settles it. 17 over X down the mountain they come, and it's going to be Mark Lincoln with the push, Plaskett with the inside, and Crusilli with the outside heat. Out they come at turn number 1. Who pulls them out of there? It's going to be Mr. Quick, Mr. Greg Plaskett on top of the crew. Heading for the drop-off, on fire.
Big lead, Greg.
Close to him. Looks like Plaskett's going to have a cakewalk from this part out. Crusilli back in number 2 right now. Got Mark Lincoln back in the 3 slot. And you're going to have the 65-0 of Donnie Olson back there in the conservative number 4. But on top and almost losing it on the back wheel, rolling it across as he holds his seat. Mr. Greg Plaskett for the win. Moto by Gabor.
Okay, Danny looks to be in a better mood right now.
It's going to be a more Gabor.
You got to accept what is. There you go, looking good.
Guytech trying to hunt down Sylvia right now, coming over the table. Matt and Sylvia got the outside line cooking. Guytech trying to reel him in right now, though, still can't do it. Back there you got Plaskett and Farber. Plaskett and Farber are still trying to decide who wants the 3 and 4 slot, while out there starting to build up the lead. Looks like Sylvia and Guytech. Now, Guytech is not giving up the ghost. Almost lost it in the dirt right there, but still holds it up. And you're going to have the Slickster out of the last turn, heading for home. Matt Sylvia, Wilk Racing, Split Images rider.
Here's where he gets you, Dan.
And you're going to have Guytech
Put the push on, shut the door, that's it.
Number 3, Plaskett says, you can't get by me that easy. Danny Plaskett goes in for the 3 slot. Andrew Farber in for number 4. Jimmy Baker came back with that. Check it out. Vicky Q. Vicky Quagley-Rowley out there riding with Kim Jarvie, and the strongest of the duo of Kidd and Doherty, Joanne Kidd. Kidd out there sporting the DDR colors. Out there, we've got a battle going on with Kim and Jarvie right now, and Jarvie takes over the number 2 slot. Out on top of this thing, Vicky Quagley-Rowley rolling it around. Vicky Quagley-Rowley rolling it around. Okay, say that 3 times fast. Vicky Q on top of this one now, coming out of the final turn. The Qster heading for home. VQ in for 1. Kim Jarvie in for 2, and Joanne Kidd in for 3. And Joanne, welcome to the track. You did a good job. When you're through tonight, on the way home, tell Joe where you went wrong, give him some pointers, help out. Okay.
Third time around, 17 over X.
So it's going to go to, did Williams get swooped by Richards at the end there? Might have been Richards and Williams, 1 and 2. Let's see what's going on here now for the 17 over X class. Looks like Haro colors one more time, trying to do a DDR colors, making the pressure on the inside. They both go through the turn on the same line.
This is for first.
It's going to be Haro out on top of this one. Whoa, almost lost it over the top into the drop-off. A front wheelie almost put Mr. Lincoln over the top of that bike, but he hangs on to it. Greg Plaskett isn't giving up the ghost yet. Got the cyclocraft helmet out there and trying to reel him in. At the last turn, heading for home. Lincoln's got the push over the Dubs. Looks like he's going to wheel it in there. Lincoln's going to go in for the win. Plaskett's going to go in for number 2. John Crusilli in for number 3. Donnie Olson back in for the number 4 slot. Matt Pollard got the push going out there for moto number 21. Pop for sure. Guytek jumps out of the
Make
gate
the best
right
out of it.
Sylvia's got a little bit of the lead. Guytek's right after him. They
Looking
go
good.
to the table. Sylvia's got the outside. Guytek trying to sneak down on the inside, but it's not going to work for him. Back there now, Matty just starts to pull out a little bit, and now they come to the drop-off. Slinking over the top, it's going to be the slickster out there. Guytek with the inside move. Can he get it going? No, on the inside corner. It still doesn't work for him. Back there is Plaskett and Barber still battling out 3 or 4 back there. Out of the
See if you
turn.
can hold him off, Dan.
Images, Wilk Racing
Swear he
rider
gains on you.
out there. Matt Silvio brings it home.
Oh, he's going to go inside this
Zappers,
time.
Guytek's gonna
He's
handle
got you.
Number 2. Barber goes by D.D. Plaskett.
No problem. We're going home.
And the old D.D. man settles in for the number 4 swap.
Savage into Bog Hollow, hits the wall, takes it just right, but big time gaining by Ryan Goulet out there. Vieira sees him, turns on the burners, hangs on to number 1. Moto 19, 16X, here we go, big guys out there. Ryan Willis leads them out. We got Miguel Aponte, wow, Sigberto Lorenzo, Brian McLaughlin, Steve Blondin, and Diamond Dan Plaskett. But Ryan Willis right now is just blowing them all away. It's Willis, McLaughlin, and LaPointe. Aponte, I'm sorry, but Ryan Willis and flying, Brian McLaughlin. Ryan Willis, no problem there. Danny Plaskett has to drop way back, get swooped, mixed class one more time. Moto 20, the big guys, what's left of them anyway? 17 and over X. Tommy Johnson, Paul Rojo, Randy Bitnitis, and the Fox, Mark Heckler. Look at Johnson trying to stay with Bitnitis, and here comes the Fox. Heckler's got the inside move, but Johnson holds him off for 2, and Johnson gets real squirmy out there. Saves it. Bitnitis got a lot of daylight now. We got the Fox. Heckler in second. The Punisher Warrior, Georgia in third, but Bitnitis to the wall. Big time racer out there. Big time air by the Fox. Warja speed jumps it, and Bitnitis takes it home this time. We got Heckler in second, Warja in third. Aerial display by TJ as those DDR songs. Vieira takes it home second time tonight. We put Roulette in second, Roy Durant going to 16 expert. That's got to be Ryan Willis way out in front already. 16X, Ryan Willis, Aponte, Lorenzo, McLaughlin, Blondin, and Danny Plaskett on the caboose right now. Look at Ryan Willis flying those Cyclecraft colors. It's Willis. We got the 55 of McLaughlin in the 03 of Nobody on My Moto, feet in third. Willis and McLaughlin right now, 1 and 2. Big time problem out there for somebody. Big time problem. We lost one rider out there. Not sure who that is. Did not pick up his number. Well, he's okay, whoever it is, and let's give him a hand. That might have been Mr. Lorenzo, but not sure. Here they come, the big guys, 17 and over expert. It doesn't get any bigger than this.
Yeah, it does.
These guys are in their prime and they're